Go to the movies by yourself. Like, do something to challenge yourself. I would do that.
I mean, I did that.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Christian and Arden here, and today we are bringing you conversations that are ripe with truth. We hope this is learning from our mistakes, our 5 biggest mistakes when we were single that you do not have to make, or if you're making them right now, you can stop making them. Yeah. But being single is not the mistake. We have to get that out of there.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes people think this, like, being single is your curse. It's your cross to bear. It's all these things, but the Bible actually frameworks it out as it being a gift. And so many times we focus in on marriage as a gift, and we're like, I just need to get into my married season and then I'm gonna be happy. That we completely neglect the gift that God has given us right now of that singleness season. And I mean, I wouldn't even say we're not like just pulling from all of our mistakes. It's not like we did a bunch of mistakes while we're single, but we're learning from other people and friends that have done it well. So we want to kind of help leverage those things and give you guys 5 tips to do while you're single.
We want to get these out of the way so you can say singleness as a gift and do it well.
Yes. So number 1 mistake that we see people do, and that we've heard that people have run into, is rushing into other relationships. So rushing into just relationships across the board, whether they're good relationships, bad relationships. It's like, you're just like, I can't be alone. I've got to be with someone. I've got to be in communion with someone, a relationship with someone. And you find yourself in situations or opportunities to, one, either take away your time. That is a very, very precious thing when you're single. Or 2, distract you from what really you are supposed to be doing.
Or worse, I mean, get you in the company of the wrong people, put you down paths. I mean, I knew so many people that are like, how did I get here? It starts from the relationships you choose. And sometimes those are the romantic relationships. And you're like, I didn't even like to party, but then I started dating someone and they like to party. You never know. So you never want to rush into a relationship. I call it the +1 curse, where it's like, you're invited to a wedding and you think everyone's gonna have a +1, I need this. It's not necessarily a need. I would say marriage in and of itself, that also is a gift. But like any gift, like, you don't want to just rush to buy something. There's intentionality with your choice. So don't feel like you have to just be with someone to be with someone. Go to the movies by yourself. Like, do something to challenge yourself. I would do that.
I mean, I did that.
But do something by yourself just to validate, like, hey, who I am, and like the intentionality of building that out, especially fleshing that out with God and letting Him develop that in you in your singleness season is so vital.
Yeah, well, I think there's a level that we give to our friends to allow us to shape us, and I think that's why we always want to make sure we have good friends and people in our life. But then there's a deeper level of honestly shaping and molding that we allow given to other people that we go into a relationship with as a more intimate relationship. And I think during that time period is when you are single, you are honestly discovering your identity in Christ. And if you allow to be shaped, one, by your friends, which I think is part of discovering our identity within Christ, is you are actually having people around you that are pulling out things that God says about you, not defining you based off of what their opinions are, but what God says about you. But then 2, if you're allowing that time period to take root, where you're defining yourself of, oh man, I messed this relationship up, or all these things, it really puts you into a bad place. And you just feel like, honestly, you're murking the water a little bit, muddying the water a little bit.
Time is one of your most valuable assets forever. Like, that does not change. So the time you have in this season, how do you want to spend it? What company and who are you allowing to spend your time with? Yeah.
Which is the second thing.
I sounded like a mom right there, which is very on track with.
You're basically a mom. You are a mom, yes. All right, the second thing, I mean, we did celebrate Mother's Day, so you are a mom. So the second thing is not taking time for hobbies or interests, and I think this one's huge.
Yeah. I remember high school singleness. All I wanted to do was either, 1, find someone to like me, being in a romantic relationship or just find friends that would like me. Like there was that strong desire for someone to tell me who I was that I didn't take the time to go discover that. I wish I would have done that more. Again, there is just there's a beautiful grace when you are in either your young years, your single years, call it whatever portion you're in, to discover who you are. And so we don't have to look to our phones, to other people to uncover that, but we can say, hey, I actually love spending hobbies like this. I have an interest, and that can set me up for where I want to go, what I want to do in the future, dreams that God's putting in my heart. But when you choke that out, you're losing the availability to let that flourish.
Yeah, and it's not like when you become married that your hobbies and all those things die. It's like, it's honestly, it's honestly, there's just a balance within a relationship or within a marriage that you want to kind of make sure you're adhering to, and just making sure that you're honoring the other person in that relationship. Like I used to go out and I would golf for 8 hours a day, something like that. I'd be gone the entire day when I was single, and that was something that I really took the time to invest into and play a lot. And I remember also just investing into myself with reading and things like that. Those are things I'm still continuing on. But like right now, I would not go out and play 8 hours of golf. But I look back on those memories in fondness, not of thinking, oh man, I wish I could go back and do them, but really appreciating that I took my time in my life when I had it in that season to really go out and do the things that I love, enjoy the things that I love, and then do it to the best that I possibly can. I think right now, like one of my frustrations is with golf is sometimes I feel like with so much we've had in the past year of moving so much, I'm like, man, I wish I could do it way well, like much, much better. And I think that comes with time and things like that. And so it really makes you look back on those things and appreciate, like, I got the chance to do that well, and I have, no regrets looking back onto that.
It's just an unhurried pace that you're allowed to take and form and find what you like.
Yeah. All right, the next one that people do, number 3, is overcomplicate dating. So the dating process, this is huge. I think sometimes what we
Can I clarify that?
Yeah.
Like, we're not even talking about like the courtship, like pursuing someone. We're talking about like even how to go about dating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that's part of singleness is like, can someone ask me on a date? Am I doing a year-long no talk to me?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about, conflict.
Like, can I only go on a date with this person if I think they're my husband or if I think they're my future spouse, like kind of thing, and overcomplicating it rather than seeing it for an opportunity to, one, get to know someone, and then also to just have fun. Like dating is supposed to be fun, and we've talked about on past videos of the balance between when does dating become courtship, because in the Bible there's no dating, it's courtship. There's a clear end and beginning that happens with that, but then kind of in those first few dates, there's the process of dating and getting to know each other and having fun and creating healthy boundaries within that. Making sure that you guys don't become too emotionally attached to one another just based off of one date. So that has always been something that I think I'll watch a lot of people navigate and struggle with.
Yeah, I also think we're getting into this area where we're complicating dating also with women particularly of like, well, do I ask him out? Like, what do I do? Do I post something? Do I follow him? Like, it's just, there will be as many questions as you ask yourself. So let's aim to be clear so we're not confusing. I like to say like, hey, let it be whatever you feel a congruency on, like go with that, but don't feel like you have to force anything. Don't feel like it has to be, again, like the timeline, or it has to be that guy. He has to say the perfect thing. But,
yeah. That's good. All right, 5th thing is stop. Oh yeah. All right, 4th thing is stop comparing your season to other people's season. I think that is huge. I mean, this is a concept that we learn
in singleness.
Yeah, like we learn from the get-go. Like think about it when you're getting, like, let's say Christmas presents as your kid. If you were to open a Christmas present from your parents and immediately you look at your brother or sister's Christmas present and you start comparing your present to them, and you just get like down and down on yours. Yeah, like if it's nicer or anything like that. What are you doing? You're diminishing the gift that is before you, which will upset your parents. And I think we do that so often. And God's looking at this like, guys, I've given you a beautiful gift right here in front of you. Like, why are you not appreciating it for what it is? And whenever we look and compare our seasons or anything within our life, it's the whole Theodore Roosevelt quote, is that comparison is the thief of joy. Like, and we want to be people of joy. We want to be people that live a lifestyle of joy.
And
Because,
give joy too.
and give joy. And if we're comparing even the seasons of our life, like let alone just little things, but a season of our life to others, we're going to be robbed of so much joy that we could experience in that season.
Yeah, I love that. I even had a baby shower last weekend. We had Sweet Family host it for me. And I had so many friends there that were single, and that made me so happy because, you know, we can easily tune off to be, or I've even had friends that were trying to get pregnant and celebrated in that season. And I thought, wow, that's really the heart posture that I want to have, is not just who has what, why don't I have that, but this is a celebration. This is a celebration. Your singleness is a celebration, your job promotion. Like, there is so much that we can receive and give joy by doing that. And I just talked to someone too, like my hope was, okay, let's be honest, to celebrate my baby that day, but I was thinking, I know this person's coming, I know she's single and lives in Nashville, I know she's a young professional, and I want them to get together. And I just had a friend say, hey, we're going to lunch tomorrow, like, I'm so excited. So there are moments of joy and even connection and multiplication, if we're honest, that will not happen if we are stuck in a comparison mindset.
Yeah, I agree. That's so good. All right, the fifth thing, and this is one of the most important things, I think the most important thing, because this is going to help you accomplish all the other ones. And number 5 is
get a dating app.
Nope, definitely not. Do not do that. All right, number 5 is invest in the right friends. Now, this one is huge because getting the right people, and I know we've already kind of touched on this a little bit, but getting the right people in your life is going to shape and mold your life for the rest of your life. And it's also going to keep you out of doing the wrong things. So it's going to keep you out of overthinking the dating process. It's going to keep you out of not investing into your hobbies. It's doing all these things right. It's getting people that are going to speak life into you, that are going to be your mentors, going to be your friends, going to be your truth tellers, things like that. Like, you can't go wrong with getting the right people in your life. And even when you transition into marriage, you will notice, like, getting married is actually a process of refinement, one for you as an individual, but then 2 for your friends, because you can kind of discover pretty quick, like, okay, who are my long-term friends within my life? Like, who are gonna keep staying by me, you know, regardless of what's happening or the changes in my life. And I think that's something that I've watched so many of my friends handle so beautifully, and them, you know, coming alongside of me and supporting me now in this new season that I was in of being married, and championing still the best out of me. So I think this is key right here.
And sees you as someone going through growth.
Yeah.
I feel like that's huge too.
Yeah.
Like, me not looking at anyone that's single and thinking like, oh, you're just kind of dabbling here, and then them not looking at me like, oh, well, you're married now, so.
Yeah, see you later.
I just don't think that's not where we grow.
Yeah.
But yeah, invest in the right friends. Something I wish I would have done much, much earlier in life. Probably if I would have invested in myself more, I would have known how to invest in the right friendships.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just keep a high caliber all the way around. Like, if we're gonna live in this higher way of being, we want quality friendships, quality relationships, good relationships with our kids one day. Like, that starts with us, and it starts with it every day too. Like, so these are mistakes you can avoid long term, but there are things you can do each day to actually help you set yourself up well. But the last thing I want to add is just remember, it's not single versus dating versus married, or married with kids, whatever it may be. Like, we're not in these coveys. It's all about relationships, and we have a part to play in that. So what we want to do with these conversations is make sure that we are living through the right lens, that we're doing things that we can be doing to investing in our future. If you're particularly like, hey, yeah, I'm single and I'm looking to do dating better, or I'm starting to talk to someone, how do I know if it's internet courtship? You can find our other videos in the corner. But leave us comments, let us know what you liked in this video, your biggest lessons you learned. We don't have to call them mistakes, But put those in the comments too.
Yeah, we always love hearing from you guys. We always love that you guys are coming alongside us as we're beginning this journey more and more. Yeah, so we want to keep interacting with you guys more and more. So please make sure to subscribe, leave those comments, click the like button, do whatever you gotta do. I mean, put on the notification button so you guys can always see when a video comes up from us. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you, and we'll see you next time.